Yeah. So how long ago did you have the kids?
3 weeks to the day.
We're just gonna start right here. I
Oh
don't care.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
really
So you
yeah.
just had 3 weeks ago. You had the twins.
3 weeks exactly. Yep.
Damn. So what's that been like? What's that been like?
Well, I'll walk you through it. We went into the hospital Saturday, the 22nd of March, and she like she had preeclamptic. She was preeclamptic, and
Okay.
her blood pressure kept spiking. So they obviously were monitoring and taking. She started taking had to take blood pressure pills just because it was getting pretty high. It was staying around 150 over 100, 110.
Okay. Yeah, that's high.
Yeah.
Especially with pregnancy. That's not good.
Yeah, so they had her started on the blood pressure meds, and then
Mm-hmm.
we had to go to the doctor. I think it was March 16th, March 20th. Well, we had to go. We went into the hospital just to get her double checked, obviously.
Okay. Yeah.
And the doctor gave her the all clear. She's okay. We're gonna try to squeak. They had to keep moving her up her induction date,
Okay.
and then what was it? Then on the 23rd, she was sitting outside. It was a beautiful day. I had a real estate showing over in Allenhurst, and she called me after I was gonna go stop by the office and go hang out for a little while. She's like, "Can you come home?" I'm like, "All right, yeah, no problem." And she was sitting out back. She's laying in the sun. She's like, "I don't feel right." So we're like, "All right, let's do the same old rodeo again. We'll grab all the stuff, throw it in the car, and then we went in, and she's like, "Oh, you're like dilated.
Oh wow.
You're ready to go."
Shit.
So we were obviously went into the hospital. I went downstairs, grabbed all my bags and stuff. My mother came flying like a speeding demon down Route 18.
Where does your mom live?
Her mother lives out in South Brunswick.
Okay. So
Her mother and father live in South Brunswick. They'll be out there for a little while. I think they're going to try to move down this way. Eventually, they want to
it's
try.
a little bit of a drive though to come flying down Route 18.
Oh yeah, I think they made it in like 20 minutes.
Oh my God. Well, that up there on Route 18 is awful. It's like the worst highway in the world.
I can't stand it.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you get up by that Walmart and Old Bridge, it's horrendous.
Oh, terrible, dude. As soon as you start hitting the lights up there, it's like the worst.
You're training over off of Tennant Road in Marlboro now, right?
Yeah, so it's not bad that way. I go up 18, I get off on Tennant Road, and it's a right turn, and I'm in the parking lot. I basically crash into the parking lot when I get off.
Yeah.
So it's not bad at all.
That as soon as you go beyond that next exit, all hell breaks loose in the morning.
Oh, trust me, I know. I've missed the turn a couple times when I'm like just zoned out driving, and I'll just like drive right past the turn, my exit. I'm like, uh-oh, missed it.
Hate it.
But what was it like when you found out you were gonna have twins? Like, what was that like?
So we were actually, we went to the office. Where the hell? It's right across from the hospital, like kind of diagonal. You know, like where you make that right on the Brindley going down towards Neptune.
Yes, that fork.
Yeah, right across the street from Cone Zone. That's where her radiologist was.
Okay.
So we knew she was pregnant. We saw the P test. We did it like 6 times just to make sure.
Yeah.
You know, anxiety kicked in high gear,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're looking at the screen. We see the little blip.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, we see 2 blips,
Mm-hmm.
and then I see the radiologist. She right clicks and number of fetuses 2, and she's like, "You know what that means, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
So yeah, that had to be interesting because this is obviously your first kids.
And not for nothing, it was honestly probably one of the first times we tried.
Really?
Yeah, like we only were like trying for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden, like a couple weeks later, it was her birthday weekend, and then it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, she did the test when I was at work, and she's like, I think it is. I think we're
Yeah.
And then she did it again when I was home, and I was like, all right.
That's exciting. I mean, that's kind of a blessing almost. A lot of people, especially now, there's like a lot of struggles getting pregnant and everything. So to get it in the first beginning.
I've heard from quite a few people that lately have been going to the IVF thing,
Mm-hmm.
and which actually, if you can go and have kids, either way, trying to have kids. I know they're trying to make a law to make it a little easier access to get the IVF.
Okay.
I think that actually went through. Don't quote me on that. But
Yeah, I'm not sure, but that's awesome, man.
Yep, kids are a blessing. I mean, my sleep schedule, that's another story.
Yeah. So what's it been like bringing home the kids? 3 weeks with them.
So
They're both girls, right?
boy and a girl.
Oh, you got one of both.
I cranked that one out of the park.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you got one of each. That's perfect.
I got my junior, and she got her little girl.
Oh, that's amazing. So how was that? What was it like setting up the house for that? Because obviously, when you decide you want to have kids, you probably have an idea. Like, not many people are going to think I'm just going to have twins.
Nah, so I got this 2-bedroom, 1-bath house I bought back in 2019.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm still kicking myself in the ass. I should have bought something bigger.
Oh, dude, a little sidetrack. I wanted to buy up on the other side of my development over here. There's little condos that are it's like an apartment building, but they're condos. I wanted to buy it for it was like $225, and everyone told me this was before. I think it was before COVID, I believe.
Probably.
I was quoted at 3% mortgage rate and everything, and
you're probably
everyone told me was this is a terrible idea, and I never bought a house. I didn't know anything. I literally just went and looked. That was the first thing I ever looked at. I didn't look at anything else. I'm like, I want it. Little 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. Everyone told me it was bad because it's a 1-bedroom. No one's gonna want that to resell it.
Lo and behold.
And yeah, lo and behold, it's it went for $375, $400 now, and yeah, I'm sitting renting again. So,
I don't think anybody could have foresaw the market what it's doing.
I mean, looking back at it, it was the 1-bedroom, 1-bath was very nice. It was a nice setup, but it was a very small kitchen. It would have eventually drove me nuts for sure. So it probably worked out for the better that I didn't end up owning that.
Yeah.
But I would have also been able to make a good penny just flipping it pretty quick.
Yeah, you probably could have got the equity out of that and then put a down payment on something a little bigger.
Well,
that too.
Maybe.
That's another option.
Who knows? Because everything else has gone up too. So it's I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I want to sell now and go buy something else," but it's
But
well,
where
where are you going to buy something else close?
I mean, the good thing is the market's picking up and they're starting to flood there's a little bit more inventory now.
Oh yeah.
So now prices are going to probably start to stabilize a little bit.
That's nice.
It's going to take obviously a couple months, but things will start to stabilize. And then I see the mortgage interest rates they're kind of dropping off.
Yeah.
They're not below that 6% mark, but they're getting there.
Yeah, no, I was quoted at that 3, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good." And then all of a sudden, I remember my thought process was my best friend was moving down. I'm like, "Oh, let's have some fun. We'll move in together. We'll rent an apartment for a year." And I'm like, "What's gonna happen? I'll just buy something next year anyway." And yeah, the mortgage rate went up 4% in a year. I'm like, "Oh well, I guess that happened." So yeah.
Yeah, it's a little finicky game.
But
there's no such thing as time in the market. You gotta buy when you want to buy.
Yeah, it has to be the right time.
Yeah, there's no such thing as the right time. It's you when you feel financially stable enough, you go buy yourself.
Exactly. So what was that setup like? Like all of a sudden having twins, you have the 2-bedroom house.
So what we did was we went by the grace of God, my parents and her parents helped us out a little bit. We went down over to what the hell is the store? It's over in Shrewsbury. I can't remember it. Anyway, we went and bought a changing table and 2 cribs, and then she's having the time of her life because she's like Miss Ray Dunn. Okay. So she was having the time of her life decorating, setting it up, and I was just like, all right, you do your thing. And then I believe her best friend bought us like a little like a loungy couch thing for them. So sit when they're crying, sit there.
Okay. Nice.
Do the thing. But yeah, it's setting up. It really hasn't been it wasn't terrible.
No.
No. Once we got all the furniture in the house, I had to move my spare bedroom set outside and put it in the garage for the time being, and they're not really that bad. Just got more toys in the house than we liked, but.
I got you. Do you have any pets or anything with the kids?
No. So that's been the that's been the little stickler thing. I don't remember I had a dog that I split time with my parents. Okay. And he's a little pain in the ass.
Gotcha.
And her parents have been like dead set against the dog coming down to see him. I'm kind of like in the middle.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's her best friend's calling me.
Gotcha.
Worry about it later. So we have partial custody of the dog, and now my parents are a little hesitant too about the dog. He's 11 years old. He's a good dog. He loves the shit out of us, but he hates new people. So,
okay.
That's the sticking post right now because we don't know how he's going to react with the kids.
Gotcha. I mean, I feel like dogs are. I mean, you always see stuff like dogs are like usually good with kids, but I wouldn't want to risk that either.
Nah, I mean, he's bit me a couple of times, like just play biting, and yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah, I've
got
gotten
a couple little scars.
I've gotten bit a couple times by a dog that was living at my house. He was like, dog's the best. He's like the most friendly dog in the world, but like, he was a rescue dog, so he gets alarmed sometimes. So
okay.
one time I like was rushing in the house, I had to pee, and I like rushed by him, and he didn't realize it was me, and he kind of just like nipped my calf a little bit, but then he like after he does it, he's like he realized it, and then he's like the nicest, he's like the cutest little puppy in the world.
Bad and they'll sit there, lay down, go spread eagle on you, make you rub the belly, all that stuff.
Yeah, they feel bad, but so you said you got into real estate too recently, right?
Yeah, it's just I got my license April 21st last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So almost a year.
Almost a year actually.
And how's that been?
It's good. It's going. It's starting to pick up. My buddy of mine, he gave me a rental property to rent in Ocean Grove, and then
Okay.
I got to be honest, renters at the shore,
Terrible.
a lot of no shows, a lot of people want to take you on a trip to see 30 different rentals, and then they'll turn around and sign a private rental.
Mm-hmm.
But they are. Well, my aunt and my grandfather, they owned a property over in Cliffwood, and
That area is coming up pretty nice, right?
You saw? Have you been north on the Parkway around 120ish area lately?
Probably.
So I don't know if you've seen all that building that they got going on over there. That's Glassworks.
Okay.
And they were Glassworks a couple years ago. Sidetrack story. They wanted to buy my grandparents and aunt's property. They have 3 separate properties right on Cliffwood Avenue in Aberdeen.
Okay.
And it just kept falling through. But the town gave them an affordable housing overlay, so they could build affordable housing on their existing property. So do mixed use project kind of something like that.
Okay.
They left that zoning in there, right? So they gave me the listing to try to sell again, because they've been through since 2014 probably about 5 or 6 agents in there.
Okay.
Trying to sell it, and just everything kept falling through.
Yeah.
So they're like, "I'll give you a shot." I had under contract in a month.
That's awesome.
It's a developer. He's out of Marlboro. Andrew from Regal Homes.
Okay.
Nicest guy in the world. He's very helpful. Very, very cool. He's just like a very good businessman to deal with. And
Good.
Very
Regal.
friendly. Made everything seamless. Cool. Very cool dude. And we're actually.
I feel like I know someone that might work at Regal Homes. I'm not sure.
There's a guy about your age, Harrison. He works there.
Any girls that work there?
There probably is. I've only dealt with Andrew and Harrison.
Okay.
Great people. If I could do 30 more deals with them, I would love to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I got that under contract with him, and right now we're hitting a little bit of a snag with the zoning thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Aberdeen's trying to pull their zoning from it, but we're working on it. So
towns are always like the biggest pain. Like you do commercial or?
I do a little bit of everything. I actually have at the end of the week I got a deal closing in Lavalette.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What are you doing down there? House?
I got a 2-family house. Her cousin wanted to. What did he do? He owns East Brunswick Tennis Club.
Okay.
And him and his family have been trying to find they had a little 1-bedroom, 1-bath house condo in Seaside.
Okay.
And obviously they got 3 boys. So
Gotcha.
On a 2nd-story condo, so
yeah,
they needed something bigger.
Gotcha.
And so we've been shopping around a little bit the past couple months. We found something in Lavalette, and which I didn't even know this until we entered the deal. Lavalette doesn't allow for any more 2-family homes.
Really?
So if you try to build something, it's not allowed to be 2-family, only existing, so it'll carry over.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is Lavalette one of those beach towns that you can't own the land, but you can own the
You can own the land, but it's very few and far between.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I think I don't know if it's Manilokin or Normandy that they're like that. Like you don't own the land, but you can own the house.
It's Lavalette, a little bit of Ortley Beach, Seaside.
Okay. I'm familiar with that area. I grew up going to the beach down there. So like my aunt would always rent a beach house down in Ortley, I think it was, or Normandy, one of the two. And I would go down there for like a couple days over the summer and stay with them, and I love that area for the beach.
We went down there a couple days ago, and people say they hate it when it's like a ghost town. I love it.
Oh, I love the off season there.
I love hearing you hear a pin drop.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love like going for a little cruise down that way. Sometimes if I'm in the area, there's nothing going on. No one's there.
No, that's
it's nice and quiet.
Air is beautiful.
Yeah, you have the bay on one side, you have the ocean on the other. It's great.
Yeah, my parents have a house on the right up diagonal from the Wawa down there.
Okay.
And we went down there for a couple. What was it? A couple days ago, and just that sea air.
It's so fresh down there.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah, no, I remember going down there. We would have the one house one aunt would rent, and then we would have another, I think, right over where Used to Be's is.
Okay.
It was like a diagonal shot right like on the beach from Used to Be's.
Oh, okay.
And it was a great time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was when I was young, so I couldn't go out or do anything. But you know,
you don't even need to go out.
No. I remember my cousin and I we would like at the end we were in our maybe early teens, if that. We would just go like ride our bikes and go to Caboodles, the ice cream place down there.
That's my wife's favorite spot.
Is
Caboodles.
it? Yeah, we would. I don't know if it's still there. I always.
They actually just rebuilt like a couple years. They redid it a couple years ago.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I never noticed a sign or anything. I just knew like a general idea of where it was. It was like somewhere over like. There was like two spots I knew that it was in between those, and I would just like figure out where it was. But yeah, those are some great memories going down there.
Oh yeah, my wife, you know where Camp Osborne was?
No.
It was almost about where you rented the house. It was a little further down, kind of by Brick Beach 3.
Okay.
They during Sandy burned down and stuff, and then that was all on the news with the natural gas explosions. And all that.
Okay.
Her family's house was in there. And
wow.
Yeah, they just got rebuilt. What was it, last year?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she said all growing up, that she would run around with the kids, and her parents would pack the house up in end of May and just go down there.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't come home until time to get ready for school.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty good way to enjoy things.
Yeah, the kids always would run. They said they would run and play tag and all that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Ride their bikes everywhere. And
that's what it is.
There's literally down that area, there's not a worry in the world.
No, nothing's going on.
It's a change from.
I remember we would always have like the 4th of July barbecues. We would go to Normandy because I think there's not like a police presence in Normandy really, and we'd shoot the fireworks off on the beach.
Oh, you got to see how they do it now. So
they used to have. There was someone that would do it like more professionally than us, but we were just like. Idiots with like we were just like idiots with like lighters and fireworks, and we would be on the beach trying to like light them off.
Yeah, so. Now what the thing is, 4th of July weekend, everybody goes up on the beach. These dudes come out with shopping carts of like $20,000 worth of fireworks.
Oh, really?
And they're just going launching them off themselves. You're sitting up on the beach and you're coated in fly ash.
Yeah, there's nothing professional about it. It's great.
Not a thing, but it's the funnest thing in the world. Nobody ever gets hurt either. Everybody's just.
I remember
chilling.
one year it got a little sketchy. They were like shooting bottle rockets. It was like when I was really young. And it wasn't us. We just like went and watched the people do it, and they were like actually like there was a lot of wind, so they would blow back towards like, the people. No one got hurt, but it was just like I remember we were nervous. We were like, oh, hopefully the house is still there because these things are really flying out the wrong way.
You die?
Exactly. No, like it was a good. That's the more exciting thing. Like what's fun about watching a barge do it professionally when you have just a couple random dudes probably had a dozen beers each throughout the day
and liquored up and go have some fun with the fireworks. Why not?
Exactly. What can go wrong? But so how long did it take you to get like the real estate license and really get started?
I started in January of last year. So backtracking a little bit, a friend of mine from my union, locally 25, Johnny Hito and Sean Williams, they had their real estate license, and I saw they were making good side cash on it. And I'm like, it was not even just the side cash. Like, I feel like it helped them become more like sociable and like not even sociable, like more like able to talk to people, and I that's something I always wanted to be able to do because I'm a pretty antisocial person.
Oh no, I was always the same way growing up. It's funny.
I don't like that's why I chose the operators. If I get pissed off with somebody, slam the door shut, fuck you, bye.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to. That's what made me wanted to pursue it, and then I started in January with Patrick Parker Realty. Barbara Greeley was my instructor, sweetest lady in the world. And I got through it. Took my test in March of last year, and then I met with Patrick from the brokerage, and he was like, "Yeah, come on board with us." And I was like, "All right, yeah, shit, I'll give it a shot."
Dude, that's awesome.
And they've been very helpful. Him and the guys in the office have been helpful, guiding me a little bit, because obviously you don't know what the hell you're doing. That's one thing with getting the real estate license. They don't go over the contracts or nothing.
Oh, really?
No, they don't. They just tell you like the legalities of stuff, but they don't like actually break down a contract in front of you. So when I first started doing it, I was like, duh.
Yeah.
And then him and a couple guys in the office, they were very helpful with me going over contracts, how to specify this amount of money needs to be here present at the closing of the transaction, all that stuff.
Okay.
And
and you're kind of just taking off with it now?
Yeah, now I'm starting to finally get it rolling. So
are you full time with real estate yet?
No. Right now I'm still an operator.
Okay.
I'm obviously taking time off for the kids.
Yeah.
But
where is your union located at?
We're out of Springfield, but we cover the entire state of New Jersey and lower counties of New York. But we have 3 separate halls: one South Jersey, North Jersey, and then the New York hall. Okay. I work out of the North Jersey, now and again the South Jersey, but I stay usually in North Jersey because the guys in the North Jersey hall have been very good to me. They try to keep me relatively local to my house. I mean, obviously it's luck of the draw.
Yeah,
and,
of course.
Sometimes you get sent an hour and a half, hour and 45 away. Sometimes the one job I got sent to last year, it was actually a pretty sick job. We were doing crane matting all along, actually where that section 18 is, where the power lines go across there on 18.
Where on 18 is that?
Where we were just talking about over.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
So there's a whole like right of way all the way down to Lakewood from there, and they're going to be getting rid of, probably in the next 2 years, they're going to be replacing all those poles, all the wood poles with steel monopoles. Okay. So we were doing test bores to obviously see how the ground is and where the rock is. Gotcha. And so we were just doing crane matting for them. It was sick. I would literally not have to get up till 5:45 in the morning, leave my house at like 6:30, still on site at 6:45. That's awesome. It was nice. Sit there for 15 minutes, drink my coffee, let the machine warm up, and good to go. The guys in the North Jersey Hall have been very cool with me, trying to keep me local and stuff. Very good guys. And how long have you done that for? 10 years. This will be my 10th year. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. I've been doing this since I was 21. Damn. Yeah. You drive past a project on the turnpike or something, I probably had a hand in it. Oh, really? Yeah. And you do all like the electrical kind of, or operating? Just heavy equipment, excavators, loaders, dozers. Okay. Everything short of a crane. I tried to go for my crane license, and they made the crane license test so hard, and I couldn't do the math fast enough to get it. So, gotcha. Try it again. Yeah. Just keep trying at it, keep cracking at it. Is real estate something you want to continue to like pursue, or is it you like that as like the side hustle? I'm going with God wherever it takes me. And then what's you were always, does your dad own a marina? Or? Yes, he does. Okay, so you're still helping out with that, or is that? That's where I'm kind of a man of many hats. Yeah, no, because we always talked about that a lot when I was at JSS, but you guys. By the way, how's the boat doing? Oh, they're dropping it in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? April 26th. I told them, rain, shine, tsunami, thunderstorm, I don't care what's going on, put it in the water. You're keeping an eye on New Jersey outboards, right? Yeah, they've been great to us. Every year they get it in on time. They take it out with no problem. I've heard nothing but good things about them. They've actually done maintenance on the boat when we asked them to. Okay. Which apparently is a lot to ask for a marina. Well, especially warranty work. A lot of people try to shy away from the warranty work. Well, not even more. Like we had our original pontoon. It was like 13 years old, and we would always say like fix it up, fix any. Like we don't know anything about the boat. We just drive it and hang out on it. Like we can figure some things out. Like we always like try to like self-diagnose. We'll like Google stuff and whatever. But like we would say like fix it. We had like no power steering for 2 years, and they wouldn't tell us. We just thought it wouldn't turn. And no one did maintenance, but New Jersey Outboards, they always pick up the phone. They're always willing to help us.
The only last year I think we just had like might have been like a relay or some type of issue with the boat with the battery that it would only you would have to like flip it around a little bit.
Loose connection probably.
Yeah, just to like get it to start, but it always started and we didn't have any issues.
What engine do you have on that?
A Yamaha 90.
A Yamaha 90.
We don't want anything powerful.
No, just enough to keep a steady flow.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can't really get through the canal with that motor on it. That's a pain. Like
that tide is ripping.
Well, like I'll go through in like the early morning when like for sunrise or something like that, or in the off season I'll go through it and like get over there, and that's no problem. But in the summer when that's packed, if someone makes a wake, I have to create a wake because then I have to like floor it because I have to get some power behind it. Then I'm getting yelled at by the state police who are sitting over there. I'm like,
what do you want me to do?
I'm like, guys, how about you yell at the guy with a 40-foot boat making a wake instead of me with the pontoon who's practically crashing into the wall?
The qualified captain on Instagram, they could sit there and have a field day.
Oh, dude, there's an actual page. I forgot what the name of it is. That is just that canal that they film all day, and it's amazing. It's funny. After we sold the original pontoon, we got the new one. And the guy who actually had some type of mechanical knowledge fixed up our old pontoon, and they posted him going through the canal, getting barreled, and he's like pushing through with no problem. And like my cousin and I sent it to each other. I'm like, we're just idiots. Like,
it's a skill trying to. If you got to go down there and learn how to run a boat, that's a skill.
Well, and they don't really teach you anything in boating school.
No, they give you an 8-hour state police class, and here you go. Here's your license.
Yeah, like you don't get on a boat, you don't look at the water. We took it at where'd we go? I think we were at the Brick Elks Lodge.
Yeah, I took mine at the Marlboro Firehouse.
Yeah, so like we're not even near. We weren't even. There was no water in sight, and they teach us all this stuff. We got our license, and then my cousin and I are like, all right, we got to take the boat out now, and we go out and we're like, what are we actually doing? Like,
they need to get a little bit more vigorous on that. That's something. I'm pretty hands-off government type of person, but that's something they should probably get into.
I think they should kind of have some type of regulation on who can rent a boat.
That too.
I know there's a lot of money to be made, but like you rent a car, you need to show your license. Motorcycles show a license.
Rent a boat, you don't need to show.
You don't need to show anything. If you just show a driver's license for the boat.
Show a driver's license and show for 10 minutes that you know you can put it in forward and reverse.
Do they even test you?
I don't even know.
Because we rented one in Florida. I mean, I guess my cousin and I, like four of us had our boating license, so maybe that helped. But they didn't ask us anything really about the boat. They just like gave us the boat.
Nah.
Like.
That's scary because you're giving something like a death trap to somebody that.
Well, yeah,
they don't know what they're doing, especially they're getting all liquored up.
Especially like when you're down where we are in like Point Pleasant, that brick area, like everyone's going to F Cove, and you have people that are.
By the way, my kids are getting anointed in F Cove.
Oh, of course. That's I'm gonna have. That's what first place I'm bringing my kids eventually, and I'm gonna bring them on the same pontoon. We're gonna have the same thing.
Oh yeah,
but
that dirty brown water, but it's still that's God's country.
Oh, dude, it's amazing there.
I love that
place. Dude, it's like you'll see people that are renting. Like you'll talk to the people next to you there, obviously, and they're like, "Oh, I'm renting the boat," and then you just see them. Everyone on the boat's wasted.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like, does anyone actually know how to drive this boat, or like?
I was down there last year, and they had there was like a 25-foot center console, and there was like 40 guys on, like just 40 people on it, and like the engine's about to get into the water. I'm like, yo,
you're sinking.
You're gonna kind of sink that son of a bitch, and they're like, and nobody's acknowledging. I was just like,
dude, one of my favorite times there was it was like the 4th of July weekend or something. There was a huge boat. And they parked in like when you go all the way back on the F, they were on the curve. So it's like
that back sandy area?
Yeah, so it's like a steep drop off there. And it was a big boat. And he parked too far up that the back of the boat started taking on a lot of water. So all you see is like, there's like 5 or 6 dudes with like garbage cans, buckets and stuff trying to like dump water out of the back of the boat. And all the girls on the front are just like dancing around. They have no clue what's going on. And this boat is it's starting to like go back. It's going deeper and deeper in. Mm-hmm. Then you got like Sea-Tow coming in, the Coast Guard's all coming to help.
Oh, God.
and no, everyone's watching this except for like the people on the front of the boat just partying. And
and they're all liquored up.
I'm like, this is amazing. This is what you're here for. But yeah, man. So how is the Marina doing for you guys?
I mean, obviously, my father's he's 66 now. He's getting too tired for this.
Yeah.
Because I had to go down there the beginning of March. I was helping him put docks together.
Okay.
And my knees were on fire for 3 days. I couldn't like bend anything because just working back and forth, moving the finger slips and everything. And I don't know how he's done that for the past 50, 60 years.
Building dock? You guys build docks?
No, what we do is in the wintertime because the tides so fluctuate, and plus you got all the ice coming into the creek.
You guys were what, in Seabright?
Aberdeen.
Okay.
Right, Blue Rock Cafe. You know where that is?
Not really.
It's Keyport. It's right on the border of Keyport.
Okay.
Actually, we have a historical certainty. You know how Madeline was known for the shark attacks.
I believe so. Yeah.
So the bridge going over in between Keyport and Aberdeen, that's where my father's marine is at. That was actually the first sighting of the shark.
Oh, okay.
And somebody tried to hightail it into town and tell people to stay out of the water, and I guess obviously
Nothing worked.
Nothing really panned out because it was a little far at the time. But yeah, that Shark Week actually comes down to the marina every 2 or 3 years and just films all around the area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did that. My dad actually, him and my grandfather actually had me post the marina up, just shits and giggles. Post it up for sale. We had actually a little bit of interest in it, but they're him and my uncle my uncle is 59 or 60. My father's 66, and they're just tired.
Yeah, tired of it.
Plus, now my younger cousin, he's 25 or 6, something like that, and he's been working down there with them. And then they hired another mechanic to work down there. So they're starting to do a little hands-offish. But
this is the busy time of year now.
Oh yeah, this is mob time.
I'm aware because as soon as it hits 80 degrees, I just call the marina and I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? Just ask how they are. Just first day 70. Yeah, first day at 75 degrees, I'm just calling hey guys, because our previous marinas, it was always as soon as you call them, they're like, oh, we're 3 weeks behind. I'm like, guys, it's January. How are you 3 weeks behind?
Who the hell is behind in January?
Well, I don't know. They say they're 3 weeks behind. The other marina didn't have a schedule. They had a to-do list that they ran off of. So they would put us on a to-do list. I'm like, guys, can we get an estimate? And they're like, no. Hey, you're on our to-do list. We'll get it done.
That's one thing I would say. We're very timely about everything. We get it done as quick as possible, and nobody leaves until what we need to get done for the day is done.
That's good.
And I guess that's kind of where I got my father's attitude: just put your head down, just shut the fuck up, do the work. And
how long has he had the marina?
They bought my grandfather bought the place in 1968 with his brother, and my father's been down there since he was 6 or 7 years old. Well, obviously, 68, he would have been about 9 years old.
Oh wow!
So yeah, he's been down there for a while. My uncle, he's never had I don't know if he ever had an outside job other than the marina. He's been there. Okay. But my father did for probably about I think it was 5-10 years. He tried to go do his own thing. He worked at a South Amboy Hospital, got his boiler's license, and then he just kept coming back to the marina. And then for a little while, they used to have a marina down in South Jersey, Gandy's Beach. Okay. It's literally. If you look at a map, it's in between Wildwood and the Delaware Memorial Bridge, right in that center section of New Jersey. Okay. They had a marina down there. They sold that to our cousin back in the 90s, and then they started focusing exclusively up here. Okay. But yeah, it's just between you got a 250 slip marina and it's a lot. Two guys to run it. 2 guys to run it, and plus my cousin and the mechanic. That's a lot of work. Yep. Because boats are not easy at all to work on. When I was about 7 years old, he had me start working the gas dock on Sundays. I would go down there, and then when I got up a little older, I did a couple more days a week. And now obviously I go down there when they need help. But yeah, it's rewarding. I guess it's a very rewarding business, but it's very, very exhausting. Oh, I'm sure, because I know how I am with arenas sometimes, and you got 250 people like that, pretty much, because it's only a short around here. Obviously, it's only a short time of year that you got. Yeah. I'm different because I don't do the fishing or anything like that. It's just a pontoon, so we have 3 months, basically 3-4 months. Yeah. Up there, of it. We already started putting boats in. I think back in the end of March, I want to say. Probably. And then people, because striper fishing's around. Then some people, they stay until almost after Thanksgiving.
See, I pushed it to like Halloween's the farthest I push it, just because I just don't want to be bothered after that kind of. It's like
It's like
you're
it's
over
cold,
it, and then
pack it up.
and for me it's like I drive it an hour to get to the marina because we don't have a trailer, so I have to drive it on the water to get it there. So like picking it up and end of April is good. Might get weather should be all right hopefully, and then obviously October you might steal a couple days. I love the fall on the water. It's beautiful. Because the water's so calm, no one's really out there anymore.
And
so
it's still like crisp in the air.
Yeah, you get a nice little breeze, so it's beautiful. I love that.
I love that too.
So I never let anyone take it out early.
No.
But yeah, no, picking it up, I'm fine doing, and then it's just a matter of like getting it started a couple times. Because I think last April, I remember it because I was upset, and it happened again this year. I think it's happening every year. It's like you'll get a day that's like 75, 80 degrees, and I'm like, I need the boat, and then all of a sudden, it was like 30 degrees this week.
Oh yeah.
And so it's
back when I had the kids, I say this coincidentally, every single day she had to go into the hospital, it was like a picture perfect sunny day, 75 degrees. And I was like, you're killing my beautiful day here.
Yeah.
And then now look, it's gloomy and 35, 40 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's already mid-April.
It's crazy. But how's you have a boat too, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Mine's a little too small to bring out with a family of 4 now.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't do that with the newborn twins yet.
Nah, my dad has a 27 center console. I think what we're gonna have to do is get have you ever seen those tarps that they put over top the front of the center consoles that give you like a little shade?
Yes.
I think we're gonna have to get one of those and put it in the pole holders and let them kind of just lounge under there, an hour or two at a clip, maybe take us a little.
Yeah, just go for a cruise.
But that'll probably be this year, and then maybe next year we'll start getting them on the water.
Got it. So
play it by ear.
You guys go out of the marina, obviously.
We got the house in Lavalette. We keep the boat down there.
Oh, okay. So you do stay down in Lavalette.
Yeah.
You keep the boat down there.
We got our house is backed up to the bay.
Okay.
So we keep a boat down there, and then we have.
Did they take down that random house floating in the water? They took that down.
They took that down back. I want to say it was October or November.
Cause I don't.
Was it even last year? I don't even remember.
I don't remember if I actually drove. I feel like my cousin and I did drive the boat down last year together, and I don't remember if we saw the house.
I don't think it was. I think it was actually the year before they tore it down.
I'm trying to think. I feel like we saw it, but I guess it could just be such
it's so ingrained.
Yeah, and remember that's always been there. But I remember it was funny. We were driving it back one year. My cousin's like looking at it, and we're like trying to figure out, do we go left or right of this freaking house in the water, because we couldn't remember either. And we're like, I guess we went to the right, and it was just so much marshland over there.
Yeah, if you get kind of close to the land over there, it's deep. But if you get stay to the level a little bit, it's like a foot or two of water.
Did anyone ever live there?
Somebody did. So I actually found out it was the name was Hankins. He was a boat builder or something, either a boat builder or a canvas builder or something.
Okay.
And they used to have a shop in Lavalette or Brick or something like that, and then they did really well, and then they bought the island. And then after Sandy came through, I guess the family never went back.
Interesting.
So it was I think that was the story. Don't quote me on that, but
I wonder what that was like living there, or
that must have been so sick.
It probably would have been sick, but I think I would have gotten
bored.
Yeah, I would have gotten tired of it eventually, having to drive to the, even though it's 2 minutes, it's just
now you got to drive out to the.
Yeah, get on the boat, get on the boat to go get to any type of thing you need.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool to be secluded, but at the same time, me and my wife, I said I'm kind of anti-social, but me and my wife, we like walking around the neighborhood in Lavalette. It's just seeing the people all out and stuff, everybody hanging out. It's nice to see. It's nice to see people.
Of course, yeah. No, but that had to be interesting with that, and then it was just there forever.
Yeah.
Because they were there before Sandy.
Yeah, that house was out there before Sandy, and then it.
Or yeah, I guess that makes sense because Sandy was so. I'm thinking Sandy. I'm getting Sandy and COVID confused for some reason.
Sandy was.
That was a long time. I was in high school for Sandy.
That was my first semester in college.
Okay.
And my parents were swearing up and down the marina's fine. Don't even worry about it. But lo and behold, there was 9.5 foot of water in the building.
Oh wow!
We had a 10,000 gallon gas tank go through the front door.
How did you guys get through that?
let's just say my parents were beside themselves.
Yeah.
And they called up a guy from Amquip, crane rental, and they just started pulling boats out of the marshland. They must have pulled a couple hundred boats.
Really?
They had a whole big setup, and the guy from Amquip was helping them out,
Yeah, I didn't even think of that because I remember my uncle had the house in Point on the water, and he didn't get any damage from Sandy really on the bay.
Certain places didn't.
Yeah, it was weird. It was spotty.
My parents' house in Lavalette, we bought that place in 2017, and the guy showed us pictures from post Sandy. The house was only like 3 or 4 foot off the ground. There's maybe like 2 inches of water in the house.
Well, so now down there, any new buildings and everything, you have to have it pretty high up, right? Pretty lifted.
It goes by the flood elevation. So,
okay.
Like our house, we didn't even have to lift. My parents wanted to just because we like that hangout underneath the house.
Yeah.
It's such a cool vibe.
Yeah, no, those are cool. I always do like those when I'm driving by and see those in Point and Lavalette and all that. But yeah, no, I couldn't imagine having to deal with that. And did you get to see all that happening?
So I was away at school. So when I came home, I came home for Thanksgiving, and
because it happened in October, right?
It was like October 12th, I think it was.
October 12th, whatever. I think it was like 2015 because
12.
Was it 2012?
13. No, 12.
No, it makes sense. 2012 makes sense because I would have.
You graduated 13.
I graduated 13, so my junior. I remember I had my driver's license because I went out driving around to assess the damage myself.
Oh yeah, that was my parents told me during that storm, like they had a house in Howell at the time, and all the trees were coming down, power lines are down, and then they first went down. We had a little 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo in Belmar, so they went down to check that. Not a drop. Nothing.
Really?
Perfectly fine, 3rd Avenue.
Yeah, no, I mean, I remember Sandy, and I don't remember it being bad at all for us. I mean, we weren't by the water, we were in Tinton Falls, so like you expect to get probably a couple branches here and there, but I've seen like worse thunderstorms do more damage for us than Sandy did.
It wasn't. I don't feel like it was that much wind, really.
It was just like the high tides.
It was the tides and just the tides and the way the wind worked at the time. It just hit perfectly. It was it was literally the perfect storm.
Yeah.
And it just took everything out. And I know my parents did take a ride down that way when I was home, and I was just like looking around. I was like, Jesus Christ! I mean, the road was gone. It was all sand.
Sand, yeah, I remember that.
That was wild, and everything was just destroyed. It was it was so weird though. Like certain spots were absolutely leveled, and then
other spots were just normal.
I didn't get it. Just like maybe pick up a couple of branches, and that's about it.
Yeah, I remember. And I think I don't remember when it was. There was another hurricane warning, and me and my friends were degenerates, and we were like, it doesn't look bad out. There's a couple hours left. Let's go outside. We were out on the boat before the hurricane warning. But like the thing we were during it. But the thing was like, you show up at F Cove and you're not the only ones doing this. Like there was a lot of other boats out there just hanging out.
Oh, it was a weekend and everything?
Yeah, it was a summer weekend. I don't remember what they said. Like
cloudy and not.
Yeah, cloudy, and you could see the clouds coming in. And this was when we had the old pontoon. So we're like, there was a fuel issue in it for sure. Like looking back and probably realizing that like when we were at an angle, the boat wouldn't start. For some reason.
Oh yeah, it's probably starving for fuel.
Yeah, so we were out there and we're like, okay guys, storm's rolling in. Let's get out of here. and we're sitting there and the boat wouldn't start for like 30 minutes. And we're like, oh shit, this is bad. But yeah, no, we ended up getting started and it was no issue. My cousin was like, we're like, oh, this might have been a bad idea. There was a couple people out there. Like, we didn't have anyone like, it was all just like our very close friends. So it wasn't like,
you didn't have like a mob out there?
Yeah, no, everyone was like pretty chill about it. And then, yeah, we got back and it was fine. I don't remember if that was during COVID or after. I feel like that it had to be before because we had the old pontoon during COVID. That was our like last summer with that one that it survived.
That COVID time, it was so fun on the water during that time.
It
was the only thing you could do.
I always tell people I feel bad, but I had like the best summer ever that summer because. All it was just like I
Cove or Tice's Shoal, and then
I've still never been to Tice's.
You never have?
For me, it's just like I'm driving 10 minutes and I'm at F Cove, and then if I go, I have to go all the way to Ticey's.
Yeah, it's like an hour
Everyone,
ride.
everyone always wants to try to go for Floatcella or whatever it's called now.
It's a shit show.
So
Don't even bother.
that's why I'm like, guys, for me, I'm like the one sober, I'm the one driving. I don't want to have to figure out how to navigate Ticey's at Floatcella. Like that's probably the worst time you can have me try to figure this thing out.
Yeah.
And then I explained it to him like, guys, if everyone else is like drinking on the boat or something, it's an hour and a half ride back. Like, do you want to just sit here? Do you want to be on the boat for an hour and a half, or we get back and have food and we're fine? Like F Cove is still going to be busy no matter what.
Oh yeah, F Cove's busy no matter. You get anything above north of 75 degrees and it's sunny that day, F Cove is busy.
Oh yeah, for sure, without doubt. But yeah, that summer I had a lot of fun, man.
Me too.
Because all it was, I bought like the power rack in the garage, was working out there, and I would just go out on the boat. I couldn't do anything.
I went to, Fitness City in Matawan?
Yeah, were they all? See,
the owner Gary, he's an old friend of ours, and he sold me a power rack, a couple what did he sell me? Power rack, a couple dumbbells or something. And a lat pull-down machine. So me and my buddy Stefan, we went and we retrofitted my garage and made a whole gym out of it. And then somebody was giving away a set of the adjustable dumbbells. And I took those, and so basically we had a full-service gym in the garage. And then when he bought his house in Neptune, we just moved everything over to his garage.
Oh, nice.
And so he's still got a full-service gym in there, but yeah, we had a regular gym, able to lift, bench, squat.
Yeah,
deadlift, all that.
My friend and I had the same kind of thing. Like I bought the power rack. I was sitting in Middletown JSS, and I turned on the news because this COVID thing was happening. I'd worked out that morning at Powerhouse in Old Bridge, and I've never seen the gym cleaner. Like everyone was walking around with rags, cleaning everything off, and there was like 4 of us in there. So I'm like, okay, like gyms are fine. This is the safest I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
And then you see the governor on the TV. He's like, okay, we're going into a lockdown for 2 weeks, like no gyms, all this stuff.
2 weeks to slow the spread.
Yeah, I'm like, so I called my mom in the store. I'm like, hey mom, like, can I use a quarter of the garage? Like, take a corner. And she's like, what do you need? What are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy a power rack. She's like, you're stupid. Like, it's 2 weeks. You can't not work out for 2 weeks. I'm like, I don't know about this. I think it's a little longer.
I had that inkling too. Like I felt like.
It didn't make sense. And I'm like, okay, like I ordered it from Rogue Fitness and it got delivered. It was like a week.
Oh, you bought it right before everybody.
So it was a week. It was a week delivery time for me, or a week and a half, something like that. Got it, but like, and then like me, I'm just like looking. I went back on the next day to see like what else they had because I like bought that quick, and it was like 6 months delivery. I'm like, oh. I'm like, well, if anything, and it turns out to be a waste, I could just sell this thing because there's no power racks anywhere anymore.
Yeah, so
and
at least at best it's an investment.
Exactly. So now it's still at my parents' house. My dad actually, he retired now and he uses it.
Oh, okay.
And he has a rower in there. So we bought that during COVID too, and it worked out great. So my friend worked at Dick's Sporting Goods too.
Oh, so you got you some stuff?
Yeah, and what did he do? He like got me the Bowflex dumbbells.
Oh yeah, that's about giving away those for free. That's why I got them.
Yeah, so they the Bowflex dumbbells, they had them at Dick's Sporting Goods, but it was only buy online and pick up in store for them.
Oh.
But he worked there, so
he just set them off this.
And well, no, like they had to buy online, pick up, but those weren't listed online, so no one could buy them but employees. So he bought them and was like, oh, like let's use these. We'll work out in your garage, and. Worked out.
You may do.
Exactly.
I was getting like an inkling because I took like a week off before I could buy everything, and I was just like, even now, like when I'm home with the kids and stuff, I need my hour or two a day to go lift.
You still going to fitness shop?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll probably go there until the day I die. I love that place.
Oh yeah, dude, it's amazing gym. And I see they're always like getting new equipment now and stuff.
They actually just got this like little grip machine now.
I saw that. I saw the picture of it. I don't know if they posted a video.
I think they did.
Did they? Because I didn't see I saw the picture of it and I couldn't figure. I saw it was for grip. I'm like, it looks interesting. I just couldn't figure out how it was supposed to work.
I saw it the other day when I went in there, but I was doing legs, so I didn't do anything grip. But
how is your leg doing? Because I know you had that.
The tore up knee.
Yeah.
Actually, it's. Where is it? The one on the end.
Inflammation? Inflammatory health?
Drew put me on that. everything's fine with it now.
Amazing.
It doesn't hurt, nothing. I mean, obviously it's snap, crackle, pop, but
Well, I mean, my knees do that too.
yeah.
Like
I kind of realized just because I do like to lift heavy and stuff, I know my joints are going to take their toll. So I'm kind of to an understanding.
Yeah.
But
it happens.
Yeah, but I've been scaling back on the lifting heavy lately and trying to
Have
more
you?
focus on. I've actually been following some of your stuff, like with the squeeze and.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm worrying more about the squeeze and stuff.
Yeah, that's
muscles lately.
just as I've got. I don't like to push heavy. It just I start aching. Everything starts aching. I'm like, this is just. I don't like waking up and like my knees are hurting and all that stuff.
Just sometimes my obviously
the ego lifting,
the ego takes over. And you're
of
just
course.
Like, let me go bench three plates in the dime, and then let me go squat 4.
Yeah, it happens.
But nah, that's something I'm trying to learn to not do.
Yeah, stop throwing all the weights around.
Nah, I gotta scale back.
You have to. You have a son now. You have to be stronger than him forever.
I told my wife we're putting him on creatine when he's 2 years old.
Dude, that's awesome. You have to. It's a great supplement. I would advise that.
Put him on creatine and maybe we'll get him a little test when he's 5.
Hey, there you go. Get him started early. You'll have a little monster running around.
Yeah, I want that kid benching 2 plates by the time he's 3 years old.
Dude, that would be hilarious.
No, I'm gonna try once the weather gets a little warmer. I'm gonna try to get him just come in and hang out, sitting in his little crate and stuff in the gym with me. I would like him to like work out, keep being like a health oriented.
Of course, you want to instill that in your kids, especially since you're so into it, and it's only going to help.
I mean, because the past 3 weeks have been eating a little bit of takeout, so.
Well, you have a lot going on right now, so a little chaos.
We're trying to do what we can. I try to eat. I've actually been.
Dutch Hill Farms.
I love these guys.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet. I've been there. I haven't gotten anything from them yet.
Dude.
Because I've gotten when Tom did this coffee pop up on weekends, I would go get some coffee. I never really got anything else
Have
from
you
them.
been to his shop yet?
No, I have to go though.
Oh, his shop is sick.
I mean, his coffee's amazing.
That thing, his cup of coffee will keep me revving all day. I love it.
That and like I just love the taste of his coffee. It was so good.
It's so different.
It was so smooth too. I've never had coffee that smooth. It's phenomenal.
It's very good.
I just have to get down there. I mean, obviously in the summer it'll be way better. I'll probably be down there all the time.
His shop's literally almost backs up to F Cove.
Well, I trust me. I already knew that, and I told him, I'm like, I'm gonna be. You're gonna see me like in sandals and a bathing suit, just like coming out of the woods in that little pathway of F Cove, just to go get a cup of coffee and go back.
The French.
I don't know if they closed off that pathway yet, though.
Nah, I don't know if they did or not.
I know I've gone through there a couple times in the past, and it's gotten a little more woody now, I would say.
I think people have kind of just like let it go now, but.
Well, I know they were watching it over COVID, because I had a couple people go through there to get to our boat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they said the cops told them they couldn't do it. And I was like, what are they just sitting there? Like,
that's what the cops do. They'll sit there at the mouth of the cove, and they'll sit at the marina right there and watching people take their boats out. Which, people they're going to be drinking, but obviously keep it in line. But
yeah, I mean that's
they kind of got to do it.
Yeah, for the cops.
Because people down there, they take it to they try to stretch the limit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that's whenever I leave Ep Cove, I always see the cops sitting there.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I always wave to them. I don't care because I'm sober out there. So what are they gonna do to me?
Yeah, what are they gonna really do to you?
They might get me. They got me on a sticker once, but they didn't even give me a ticket because they realized I was like just a normal person. I was like.
Oh, they were just trying to mess with you.
Yeah, they pulled me over and they were like, oh, you don't have the right sticker, and I like looked over. I'm like, what color are we supposed to have this year now? Like, because don't they change colors every year?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what color are we supposed to have now? And it was like the first time we were out for the year, and my cousin's sitting there, he's like, I left it at home, and then I'm like, I just like talked to the cop. I was like, listen, like, yeah, we have the wrong sticker. Like, do whatever you have to do. I'm in the wrong. Like, I don't.
It is what it is. Yeah.
And then at that point, it's like, you've been drinking? I'm like, no.
That's 90% of.
I literally pulled up a guy. I'm like, I have a gallon of water with me. Like, I'm just drinking this, and he's like, just go. Like.
Yeah, they're just trying to catch the people that are making a mockery out there, and which sucks because you ruin a good time. Like if you want to go out there and maybe have a beer or two, whatever, they ain't hurting nobody. But if some of these people driving the boats are doing shots of tequila and then go out and drive a half hour. terrible.
I hate it. I mean, that's why whenever I leave F Club, I do the same thing because we're at the Bay Head Yacht Club.
Okay.
That's where like our boat, we're in that marina. So we always leave F Club. We just go straight to that no wake zone, and I just like putter along the no wake zone until we get back.
Do you ever just anchor up and just sit there and watch people?
No. Funny enough, we've never anchored up with the pontoon.
Really?
No, we've never dropped the anchor. But I think I want to try that this year. But no, we always just take the no wake zone because like the channel gets so crazy at the end of the day that I don't want to be in there, and I don't want to have the jet skis flying by me, all that stuff.
Some of those people on the jet skis, they come like 5 foot from your boat.
Exactly.
You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm like,
what are you doing?
I'm like, guys, I can't maneuver. Like,
I can't move as fast as the jet ski.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not going to stop on a dime and cut it and move. Like, you're flying into me. I don't know what you want, like what you think is going to happen here.
They want to hurt themselves. Let them do it. Let the creatures of habit. It'll maneuver out.
Yeah, I like the no wake zones when I'm driving the boat. It's way easier. Just nice, calm. I don't really need to do anything.
Yep.
Just like kind of mosey along, get back safe, fine.
Yeah, that's the way to do it down there. There's some of those people try to take it too extreme, and it brings a bad rap to everybody else.
Yeah, no, I've seen it for years now, and it's gonna happen again this year. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, it'll happen.
You always hear about random things bad happening that are so avoidable. I know. Didn't they make the new rule like everyone has to wear a life vest now in the off season?
Yes. Well, did you hear about the past couple out over on just off of Sandy Hook?
No.
People going fishing out there because blackfish are around.
Okay.
Boats flipping or taking on water, and nobody's wearing a life jacket, and some people drown.
Yeah.
And you're 2 miles offshore, and unless you're making a mayday call, the Coast Guard ain't getting out there quick enough.
No, not at all.
My neighbor he works at the Coast Guard out of Sandy Hook. He said that some of these people are just, you're like, are you really that brain dead?
Yeah. You know what job seems interesting? I want to be one of those sea tow drivers.
Oh, they probably see some shit.
That and like the rate they charge, they got to be making good money.
Oh yeah, those guys got to be clearing well over 6 figures a year.
Because I remember when the time we got towed, it was like a 10-minute tow or something, and it was like $500, and then the boat was broken, so we had to pay it's like $500 an hour to get towed.
Really?
Yeah, it's $500 an hour to get towed, and it starts the second they leave to go get you.
Oh, so if they're a half hour out.
Yeah, so like you're paying for that too. Ooh. But we had to get towed from the dock all the way down to Bayville.
Ooh.
And I had to go. I mean, it was a great ride, but it wasn't worth $2,500. That's for sure. Because I was just sitting on the back, like, we're getting towed, and he's like, someone's got to be on the boat. So I just sat I was just like laying on the couch and you're going like 5 miles per hour. So you're
getting the tan on?
Yeah, I'm just like laying out. It's like a 2.5. It was like a 2-hour ride. I'm just like laying on the back of my boat, getting towed away. Oh. But yeah, those guys got to but they probably have to know so much about the boat and like have so much knowledge to do it.
They're basically mechanics.
Yeah.
And they're basically mechanics, but they don't want to tell you that because then it's going to cost more.
Yeah, no, we don't. I don't want to get sea towed ever again.
No, it's worth investing in just buying sea tow. It's like
$200 for the year.
It's $200 for the year.
So much better. I'd rather lose the $200 than
have
because one tow you already made up for it.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember my cousin used to think sometimes, it's like, I wonder if we all just got wasted. Can we just get sea tow to tow us back? I'm like, I don't think that's how it works.
I mean, what you could do is just pull the gas line out.
And be like, my boat doesn't start?
Just keep trying. My boat won't start. I don't know what's going on.
That would be interesting. They'd probably catch on.
They probably would.
They'd be like, wow, everyone on this boat is wasted.
Now we're putting them onto it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
It's all good, though.
Yeah. But, dude, yeah, this has been fun, man.
A pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And then where can everyone find you for the real estate?
M. Wagner at Jersey Shore Real Estate. I'm for Patrick Parker Realty in Bradley Beach. I'm literally 2 shops down from Jersey Shore Supplements.
Oh, you're right at that corner store?
Yeah, right there.
Did not know that.
Yep. And then, my number's 908-415-9263. You need anything, give me a call.
I'll put it all in the description and everything, too. Of course. But this has been awesome, man. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Yeah. Have a good one.
Take it easy. Oh. That went really good.
Yeah, smooth. I think the last 10 minutes of video cut off, though. I think.
You posted on YouTube?
Yeah, I do YouTube, Spotify, everything. But I don't know where I have a good tripod, and I have no clue where anything is right now.